Yeah, we have this first game we're going to talk about right now, Gonzaga Duke in Las Vegas in Jim's neck of the woods. It's at what, 10:30 Eastern? Very late indeed, Jim. I guess you can stay up on a Friday night. There's no school tomorrow. Game of the year, Jim. I've said it 100 times already, but this might actually be it. Gonzaga Duke, another massive spread in favor of the Zags. But I, once again, kind of buy it. Do you think it's way too high? Do you think Duke hangs around?
I mean, I think up to 9, that certainly feels high, right?
Yeah, it's gotten higher. It's weird.
That is big if it's 8.5, 9, wherever you're seeing it. But Gonzaga's given us no reason to believe that it shouldn't be that high, right? Like they've played 2 very good teams and wiped both of them out immediately. Like there's never any doubt that they're going to win by 15 plus against UCLA. Same thing against Texas. So what makes Duke different? That's what we're trying to figure out. Well, I would assume Duke enters with a better defensive game plan than Texas did, and possibly even better than UCLA's.
Mm-hmm.
You have the big bodies to throw at Drew Timme. You've got 10 fouls with true centers between Theo John and Mark Williams. You can just hurl bodies at him, hopefully not have to double as hard, which opens up the Strouder threes, the Chet Holmgren drives and threes. Very curious to see how Duke plays defensively. If they just go full single coverage like Texas did, they actually have the bodies to work on him a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, Kai. I still think Gonzaga just is a different animal right now. Like I'm leaning towards Duke with my number, but I'm terrified of fading Gonzaga. I think that's a losing strategy long term, especially in big games where they are showing up and it's not like a minus 35 spread they have to cover.
Yeah, going back to last year, I think now we're up to around 35 games or so, regular season games, where Gonzaga hasn't played within single digits. I think West Virginia at the beginning of last year was the only team that got within double digits of Gonzaga. That's still the case going into this year. They have been blowing away good teams. The Chet versus Paolo matchup is what everyone's going to be talking about. All the NBA draft prognosticators. That's going to be a fun one to watch. Jim, Zag's guard's better than Duke's guards, in my opinion. But I have no side here either. It's hard to lay this many points against Duke, a team I think could be number 2 in the country, but I also don't want to go against Gonzaga. So kind of a stay away from me. Enjoy the game, Jim. You're covering the game.
I will. I'll be there. I'll be in the house. I think your guard point is valid. There's very much a groundswell right now. Andrew Nembhard is the best point guard in college basketball. And I'm not saying he's not, but it also is easier when you have Drew Timme and Chet Holmgren to play alongside. If he had to be the best player on his team, would he be the best point guard in college basketball? I don't know.
Yeah.
He does a great job controlling the game, though. He runs the pick and roll perfectly with those guys. So he is a star in his role, and he's a top 25 player in college basketball. He's at least that.
He's been awesome, and this game will be awesome.